Propaganda failed. The public's wiser now. The old tricks don't land the way they used to. And there is some truth in that. The pushback was quicker, the skepticism was louder, the seam splitting were more visible. But collapse at the top does not mean safety at the bottom. And this is where the real indictment lies. Because even as the broader narrative struggled to convince, it still poisoned the atmosphere enough to produce consequences where it always produces them, downwards. In the days that followed, Muslim communities reported an increase in harassment and abuse. Women wearing hijab were targeted in public spaces, threats circulated online, and then a Muslim cemetery in Western Sydney was desecrated, pigs' heads placed on graves in an act that was not ambiguous in its disgusting intent whatsoever. You can't put that down to confusion. That was someone acting on a licence they felt had been issued. And this is a part that is almost always treated as incidental. Islamophobic attacks are framed as community tensions, as social spillover, as regrettable but disconnected reactions. They're not treated as political outcomes. They're not treated or traced back to the insinuations, the early framing, the blurring of that responsibility that created the permission structure in the first place. Responsibility stops conveniently short of those who set the emotional tone. And that insulation is structural too. There's no reputational cost for being wrong in the first 24 hours of a crisis, sadly, as long as you never quite say the false thing out loud. Implication is a remarkably safe place to operate from. Corrections never end up travelling as far as insinuations do. And even when they do, they rarely undo the emotional imprint that's already settled. Fear is sticky. Retraction, sadly, isn't.